did it. Like I told people, I knew he was going to come, but I didn't know he was going to come back that fast like that. And, talk to me like a young man. And he did. He talked to me like a young man, like a son. And we had a mother son conversation and stuff like that. And, we put our differences to the side. I'm going to support him on every decision that he makes, right? He wants to live on his own. So we're going to help him find an apartment, get everything, get his support. That he's got to have a support system for him to maintain an apartment. So I want to make sure that he's got his support system, right? He's got money in the bank. He's got a little, steady hobby, right? And get his little check turned on until he's able to get on his feet and back to work, because he's been through a lot of trauma. So first his mental, we'll deal with his mental, and then we figure out about him working again. So I'm really glad that he's getting back on track, right? And I want people to understand that people with autism, right, are not they're not crazy. They're not retarded, right? They're not mentally retarded like people think. If anything, they're people with the highest IQ, right? The only problem with them is, right, their reality is a little different from ours. They see the world a little different from us, but they're just like me and you. And I showed it to y'all yesterday, right? My son is learning how to deal with his anxiety, and I see that he's doing better. He really wants to get treated like a young man, so I see that he's trying to do a whole 180, a whole 360. So I'm glad. So that's showing me that as a mother, right, I have been doing what I'm supposed to do. Am I perfect? No, I'm beyond perfect, because I make mistakes, right? I had him at a young age, right? We was practically growing up with each other. I was 17 when I gave birth to that boy, right? When I turned 18, he turned 1. Like, we was growing up in reality with each other. I was a baby having a baby. So I didn't understand a lot, and I made a lot of mistakes along the way. And as a woman and as a mother, I can admit that, right? And you can't sit here and lie to your kids. You always got to talk to them with honesty, especially if you want them, right, to sit here and always trust you, right? That's why I always say that people get the concept of being a friend to your kids wrong all the time. When to be your kid's friend, right, is to be that shoulder to lean on. Like some of us need somebody to talk to sometimes. Well, they need somebody to talk to, right? Because your world and their world is completely different. Y'all have two separate worlds. It is not the same. And in both of y'all worlds, you both are dealing with problems, whether it's a father and son, a mother and daughter, or a father and daughter and a mother and son, right? It doesn't matter how the roles go, right? Y'all got two different complete worlds from each other, complete worlds. He's walking one trench, right? And probably the same trenches that you're walking, while you've already walked all the trenches that they're just starting to walk, and probably more. And you was them at one point. So like I said, this live was more to bring awareness to people, right? To, let people know that there is, faith in, you can't have faith in God, right? You can have hope, right? That, when you hit that wall, when something bad happens, or when you feel like something bad is happening, right? That when you're somebody that always does good things will come along. You see where I'm coming from? Facts, Miss Genesis. Facts, man. That's why I love my old heads, yo. I love all my old heads, yo. Like they gave me the best advice, and it's crazy, right? I don't know if it's taking me a minute or if I learned it fast, right? I keep saying it's taking me a minute because from the time that they instilled so many things in me to now, it's like, damn, I feel like it's taking me a minute. Like, why couldn't I figure out half the stuff that they was telling me? But it's like half the time that my old heads talked to me, they was talking to me in riddles, right? And then them riddles would pop up in my head when I would bump my head, right? Or I would take that hard fall. And it's like their voice would pop up, and it's like whatever they were saying to you at a certain point in time, for whatever the reason was, right? At times it didn't even make sense. But when you bumped your head in that wall, it's like, oh, it's like that little bubble, ding, 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 ding. Like, didn't I fucking tell you? What I tell you? Didn't I tell you? Like, you should have listened. I'm not going to tell you again. It's like, no, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. They're not going to sit here and, smack me around. But, yo, them old heads was on, they was on point. So communication is something that we are missing with our kids, right? And as families, we've lost a lot of it. And we need to bring it back. Blessings, blessings, young Rias. Blessings, how you doing? So guys, right, if people out there that got kids with autism, just don't, listen, don't give up on your kids, right? Don't, how can I say it? Don't push them into things. Don't rush them into things either, right? But find a way to communicate with your child, right? And even if they don't have autism, find a way to communicate with your kids. Find what's best for y'all, for your family, because what works for that family might not work for this family, and what works for this family might not work for your family, and what works for your family might not work for the next family. So it's up to y'all. You should listen. Age and experience, the knowledge will kick in due time, and you learn. That's so true. My son, listen, even though it's been a year and a half, and that 1 year and a half, like I said, like I told him, I was like, baby, this is what happens when you want to grow up ahead of time, right? You go out there, you're not holding on to mommy's hand no more. Now you're doing things by yourself. You're experiencing things. You're seeing things. Some people are going to treat you good. The ones that you thought that were going to be there for you are not going to really be there for you. So I'm like, you have to see that for yourself. So I'm glad things are turning out exactly as the way I said that they was, and that's because I have hope, right? And I have faith, like I tell people, right? I may not listen. I don't believe in the Bible, but I believe in God. I don't have a religion, but I believe in God. I walk with God right by me, like so. Hey, we gotta be positive. Listen, the best thing that we could do, right? Those people that are holding us back, those people that are hurting us, right? At times we don't want to, right? Because it's like, probably the history and that past history, or because, they're related to one of your kids or somebody that you care. No, you just can't, you just can't keep holding yourself back to keep making somebody happy that keeps hurting you. So you have to, find a way to push them out your life and keep them out your life. If it's, the legal way that you have to do it, then do it the legal way. First, try the legal way before, because some of us see red a lot. Like a lot of us really do see red. Like I be telling people, man, I just want to harp on this for real, for real. Like, man, I know I'm a good girl, but Lord have mercy. There's times where I want to be a bad girl and I just don't care. But sometimes, sometimes we gotta do this. That's for real, man. We gotta break these chains, because if we don't break these chains, man, family, friends, it don't matter who it is, right? Unless you break these chains, motherfuckers will have you ready to cross that line. Yo, they will have you seeing red. I'm not lying. Ain't lying, yo, man. We gonna these niggas and invest in some coffins. I listen, man. I gotta get around these lanes. I gotta get to them bosses. Listen, that's the type of time a shorty been on. Like I tell people, look, as a community activist, that's why I'm not worried about grandma. Man, when I was growing up, I heard grandma got ran over by a reindeer on her way to the store. Ain't nobody told her ass to get drunk off eggnog. That's the type of grandma my kids. God, listen, man. Old head think it's cute. She be going to church on Sunday saying, "Glory be to God, praise the Lord." On fucking Monday, she's at the fucking bar drinking. Saturday, she's getting fucking drunk and fucking Tom, Dick, and Harry. How many times, yo, when I used to go visit the lady in the fucking crib, all you used to say, "Oh," that's all you used to hear. Like, what the fuck type time? I used to like, babe, what's going on? That's just my mom and her. Every day you had a different nigga in your crib, but you got them. See, that's what I'm saying. People be having people like, I be trying. I'm a good girl. I'm a good girl. I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna shut up. Where the fuck is my mom at? Oh, I'm a good girl. Let me be a good girl. I like being a good girl. Yo, for real, for real. I love being a good girl. I do not like, sitting here having to roast nobody or fuck nobody over. None of that. Like, I like being a good girl, yo. There's no smoke in my ashtrays. None of it. Where the bud at? Oh, it's time to smoke. Let's continue with the music, yeah, because we building caskets up in this bitch. Like I said, people be having you seeing red. Like, it's like they be having you on that mood that like. But I see, if I was in that young mentality, that's how it would be. Like I would, like they make you feel like you just want to like bring the game. What is that damn game called? Call of Duty to life on some real shit. I'm about to just give them some care. Some what is it? What they're called? Care packages. I need to call my son. I need to. Is it care packages? That's what it is. Yeah, care packages. That's what I'm about to make. A couple care packages, just throw it to everybody, all up in the emotions. Like, here you go, a care package for you, a care package for you. Get the fuck out your emotions and grow the fuck up. Like, you get tired of that shit. We was told that shit. You didn't see it. I lost my friend. He told me to grow up. Daddy popped me in the head and told me to grow up. Mommy told me to grow up. What the fuck is wrong with people, yo? You better. But yeah, for real, man, we gotta turn. Listen, this is what I do, right? A lot of the pain that people try to, bring to me or cause me, I turn that around. I turn that pain into motivation, right? I gotta turn it into motivation because if I give in to what people want me to give into, I wouldn't be standing here right now. You see where I'm coming from? If I let people knock me off my hinges, I won't be able to be there for my kids. So at the end of the day, I gotta stand up, speak up, and let them know what shit is. Like sometimes you just got inch on niggas, like for real, for real. Like don't let them think that scared that you can't stand up for yourself, right? Like you get tired of that shit. Like from my kid's grandma, I be telling y'all, man, she be having me in my bag. I be feeling like this all the time towards her. But that don't mean I'm gonna go out there and do some shit. No. Oh, hey. I'm sure they gonna do it the legal way. Now, if the legal way don't work, I can't make no promises. Like I tell people, shit, 911. What's your emergency? Well, I need the orange suit. Right now, I don't know what happened. I caught amnesia. I'm Griselda Blanco. I just committed a crime. So listen, when it comes to people that I've put in, like in the past, that I've said that that I've Kobe them into a trash can because they're so negative and they're so toxic, right? That's where they stay at. They get no passes. Leave me alone. And if the legal way don't work, hey, listen, family.
This holiday, Verizon will turn your old or broken phone into a gift.
Yeah. Listen. Listen, if the law don't work, grandma better make sure grandma better she better step off because I'm gonna really disrespect grandma. She ain't getting ran over by a fucking reindeer. She gonna get ran over by an open hand. I gotta turn shit into a joke. I gotta joke around because boy, on some real shit, man. Appreciate the family that you've got, the family that you're building, man. Instill in your kids, them good things them old heads have taught us, right? Teach them that, right? Respect, morals, dignity, honor, self-love, right? Because if they don't love themselves, they can't love nobody else. Self-respect, because if they don't respect themselves, they can't respect nobody else. I appreciate all my old heads in my life, those that are gone, those that are still here, which is a few of them. I appreciate the ones that are on social media that are on here, bringing motivation, telling their stories of how they've overcome their situations and much more, yo. I really do appreciate them, yo, because a lot of the stuff that was taught to us, right, it works on our kids. And my story, right, this journey that I've shared with y'all, with my kids, right, is an example, right, that we go through ups and downs. We've got people in our lives that try to bring us down, especially when we're close to doing something, when we're close to accomplishing something. And it's up to us. Either we let them knock us off our hinges or we stand up, right? And we stand for what we really believe in. And that's what exactly I'm doing. I'm standing up and I'm fighting for what I believe in. I don't care if you're family. I don't care if you was considered a friend or you considered yourself a friend. But if you're in my way and if you're trying to use my child to hurt me and to knock me down, well, then I can't help but say, hey, fuck it. I got to sit here and help karma. If the law won't help me, like I said, 911, what's your emergency? My name is Griselda Blanco. I just committed a crime. I look beautiful. I look beautiful. So a shorty, always considers the legal way. I just showed y'all that y'all can go legal. Y'all could charge anybody that is constantly calling CPS on you with false allegations, right? Press charges on them, take them to court, and also charge them with defamation of character, which is not a cute little charge. And if they don't got money, lock their asses the fuck up. Next time, Let's time have some respect. And before you speak on somebody's name, right, defaming them, learn some shit. You know, would you sue family that keeps hurting you? Me? Yes. You fucking right. If it's for my mental to be at peace, yes. They shouldn't have did what they did. On that note, guys, man.
Writers for life. Yeah. Look closely. When the noise stops, the real truth begins. Watch the shift. Always remember, they can't stop us. Observation shows when silence falls. Shifts within, unseen by all. Advice wanes, laughter fades. In the quiet, a transformation cascades like a riot. The words are shattered and the language is dead. A sudden winter crashing down in the head. The tide is turned and the static is high. The quiet screams before the world goes dry. Words once abundant, now scarce and rare. An anomaly in this linguistic farce we share. Question not the cause, it's clear as day. All that was said before, now swept away. A shift in the internal tide deep inside, where once words did freely glide. Now a vacuum of sound and heavy thought. A seismic change that can't be bought. The words are shattered and the language is dead. A sudden winter crashing down in the head. The tide is turned and the static is high. The quiet screams before the world goes dry. Silence speaks volumes of their inner storm, where chaos reigns and emotions swarm. Don't cry for answers to this silent call, for everything changed before the words did fall. The words are shattered and the language is dead. A sudden winter crashing down in the head. The tide is turned and the static is high. The quiet scream before the world goes dry. Explanation for the quiet in the room, but the stillness is the shadow right before the boom. We don't owe a single sentence to the critics in the space. We are navigating changes that you never could erase. Let the questions keep on fading as the energy divides. We are holding back the secrets where the internal abides. The language is the barrier, we're breaking right apart. This is the cold transition of a disconnected heart. Words are shattered and the language is dead. A sudden winter crashing down in the head. The tide is turned and the static is high. The quiet screams before the world goes dry. Fractures and the vocabulary dies as we strip away the surface of the superficial lies. You were begging for a whisper, but the vacuum is complete. A complete annihilation of the narrative you greet. We are turning off the volume, we are cutting out the sound, leaving nothing but the static as it shatters on the ground. The storm is taking over and the words will never save. We are standing in the silence of the empire you gave. Yeah, don't pry for answers. Writers for life. Everything changed before the words did fall. And that's on everything. North Philly, baby.